This is an interview with 1349 member Archaeum, and it's for All Metal Music. How's the tour been going so far?
Very well. Pretty much all places has been decently visited, and some very good. Like actually yesterday's show was amazing. We did Mark's place in Bedford. Was very cool. We've had a lot of good shows. We had some complications, but the bus broke down the first day and so on. But it's all in all very well. I mean the lineup with bands and everything. You know, Aversifera. I didn't know this band from before. Neither did I know Nachtmystium, but I knew Gotor. I actually liked the music because when we played with Celtic Frost last autumn, half a year ago, the last gig we did with them was in San Francisco, and we weren't supposed to play that gig originally, but we got added in the last minute, so the lineup changed from SAG, 1349 and Celtic Frost to 1349, Gotor, Sunno and Celtic for one date. So I met up with the Gotor guys then, the cool dudes, and the bands, Aversifera, Nachtmystium and Gotor and us, has worked very well. We really get along good, all bands, and that's pretty much the essence for a successful tour. I think it's a powerful package in many ways, because it's so much different bands, you know, they all have certain different style, although they have a link in extreme metal.
How's Hellfire been doing sale-wise?
As far as I know, it's been very good. I think we've just passed something, or we are passing in this moment something like 6,000 shipped or so. It's we're doing very well compared to what we've done before, so we're rising. You know, it's decent, I guess, in the big scheme of things, but we're on the right way. We're rising, and that's why we wanted to tour again. We had such a blast last time, and we've never been here before, so it really helps us spreading the Hellfire over here as well to tour here, and has given an impact definitely on the record sales as well. We have seen the effects of that. It's one of Candlelight's albums that still sells here and is still priority even now, 2 years after its release, over 2 years after its release.
Nice. Have you noticed a difference in the audiences from this tour that you're headlining from the Celtic Frost tour that you were direct support for?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we had good crowd and good response back then as well, but you could easily tell that we had a different position even half a year ago, and it's in one way it's surprising, you know, because it's such a short time, but in another way it's evolution in the way it is. You do something and that pays off. More people get to know you, and this time around it seems like we are a level or two more established than we were last time we did touring with Celtic Frost. Also, Celtic Frost was the ones that had the whole package then, you know, they had set up the dates, where the locations where we play, the prices for the tickets and all this. This time around we are in charge of pretty much all this ourselves, so I guess the prices might be dropped a bit down, you know, so maybe that helps. All in all, it seems like we are welcome in the States, and that is a pleasure for us. I mean, the audiences over here, my personal opinion is that they kick much more ass than what the last tours we've done in Europe. I think it really is. I really enjoy playing over here. It's some crazy audiences, you know, with a lot of mosh pits, and it's, as everyone knows, that's what the energy you get from there feeds us, and we get triggered by that. So we will, as a consequence, be more enthusiastic ourselves outwards.
Yeah, I heard Europe doesn't have the mosh pits. That's pretty interesting that you said North America's better than Europe. I always thought Europe was a lot better for metal than here.
Well, it depends on different locations. I mean, we've had many good shows in Europe too. Some places are more spoilt than others. Like Germany, which used to be at least the best market, and I guess it still is one of the biggest markets. So you go there when you tour, but the crowds are of course different within Germany as well. But with a few exceptions, I found them on the last tour we did a little bit more calm and not as enthusiastic. Even if it turns up 500 people, that doesn't help you then if they just stand there and watch and don't really do much back. I mean, when you go here and you have a fucking mosh pit of 100, 200 people, then that kicks much more for us.
How's the Celtic Frost, the fan base in North America, changed since before that to now?
Our fan base.
Yeah, your fan base since the Celtic Frost tour.
Well, as I said earlier, I think our profile has been raised since then. We have come here, shown what we do and what we stand for, and spread our hellfire to the US, which has never been done before, and is very welcomed by the States. I thought about this before we started touring in the US for the first time, and there is definitely should be a market for black metal over here as well, in the way that you have all the best death metal bands. The scene here is legendary. The whole world knows that it's America and Sweden to a certain extent, but I find Sweden totally way outside America, because it's a much more melodic sense of death metal. But it's those places, that has had the good death metal, which is part of the extreme metal category, which is as general as I can kind of say, include Black Death, Doom, a bit more underground styles. We've had that since the beginning of the 90s. You had in Sweden, you had Entombed, At the Gates. Over here, you've had all the good bands like Cannibal, D-Side, Morbid Angel, and recently you have Nile, Origin, Decrepit Birth, Gorgasm, all this. There's a scene here still, but the black metal thing has not really. I don't know whether people are familiar with it that much. It's taken a bit more time for it to come here, I assume.